In a rare and revealing glimpse into how she copes with intense emotional pressure, Kim Kardashian was spotted spending quality time with her daughter Northwest at a rage room in Los Angeles, just days before her anticipated testimony in the Paris robbery trial. The mother-daughter outing, which took place on April 27, 2025, was shared on Kim's Instagram stories and instantly sparked conversation among fans and followers. Dressed in protective coveralls and goggles, Kim and North took turns smashing objects in the soundproof room, a symbolic release of tension in advance of a stressful legal confrontation. Kim, who has always been open about her trauma stemming from the 2016 robbery in Paris, seemed to be finding therapeutic ways to process the looming return to court. The Rage Room, a modern space designed specifically for stress relief by destroying breakable objects, allowed both her and North to let loose, throwing plates, smashing glass, and expressing raw emotion through physical activity. The two appeared both exhilarated and reflective as they embraced the cathartic experience. Following their Rage Room session, Kim treated North to a scalp spa, a trend gaining popularity in wellness circles for its relaxing and restorative benefits. Later that evening, they were seen enjoying a meal together at the Boiling Crab, where they laughed and cracked crabs in a more light-hearted setting. It was a day of bonding, healing, and finding balance amidst the chaos that has defined so much of Kim's public life in recent years. The timing of this personal outing was significant. Kim's Paris robbery trial was approaching a critical point, with multiple suspects from the infamous Grandpa Gang expected to appear in court. These men, some of whom are in their 60s and 70s, are accused of orchestrating and executing the multimillion-dollar robbery that left Kim fearing for her life. The 2016 incident occurred during Paris Fashion Week, when masked assailants broke into her hotel suite, tied her up, gagged her, and stole nearly $10 million worth of jewelry. Although several members of the gang have already been prosecuted, this latest phase of the trial has reopened emotional wounds for the scheme's founder. Her testimony is central to the prosecution's case, and is also a vital opportunity for Kim to reclaim power over a traumatic experience that changed the trajectory of her life. In a courtroom appearance that was equally poised and emotionally charged, Kim described in vivid detail the moments leading up to, during, and after the attack. She recounted the fear of believing she was going to be raped or murdered, the chilling moment of being zip-tied and thrown into a bathtub, and the deep psychological scars that followed her home from Paris. Although her voice remained calm and composed, the depth of her trauma was undeniable. She even expressed that she forgave at least one of the suspects, acknowledging that while she has moved forward, she can never forget what happened. For Kim, the robbery was more than just a headline-making event. It fundamentally shifted her outlook on fame, security, and vulnerability. She dramatically increased her personal security team, changed the way she posts on social media, often sharing content only after leaving a location, and reevaluated her public presence. Her priorities also shifted toward her family and mental health, with moments like the Rage Room visit highlighting her conscious effort to model resilience and self-care for her children. Northwest, Kim's eldest daughter with Kanye West, is now 11 years old and increasingly present in the public eye. From attending Paris Fashion Week to performing on stage with her father, North is growing up amid the complexities of fame and media attention. Kim's decision to include her in such a vulnerable yet empowering experience suggests a desire to help North understand emotional expression, stress management, and the importance of confronting fears head-on. The day spent smashing objects and decompressing wasn't just for Kim. It was also an opportunity to pass along tools of emotional survival to the next generation. The lead-up to the courtroom testimony was not without controversy. As always, Kim's appearance was heavily scrutinized, with critics accusing her of being too glamorous for court. Dressed in sleek monochrome looks with flawless makeup, Kim's fashion choices were debated online, as many questioned whether her image aligned with the seriousness of the proceedings. Supporters, however, defended her decision to present herself as strong and polished, arguing that women should not be judged for maintaining their personal style even in serious situations. Inside the courtroom, Kim kept her focus squarely on the case. Facing some of the very men who left her fearing for her life, she delivered her account with a quiet strength that left even the judge visibly moved. Her words echoed not just through the walls of the Paris courthouse, but across a global audience that had watched her evolve from a reality TV star into a business mogul and legal advocate. Kim's decision to speak publicly about the robbery, her trauma, and her healing process has contributed significantly to larger conversations around PTSD, celebrity safety, and women's vulnerability in high-profile positions. It has also added to her growing influence as someone who uses her platform to advocate for justice, prison reform, and now, the long road to recovery from violent crime. In an emotional twist, one of the accused robbers, Yunus Abbas, who had already given an interview expressing remorse, died of natural causes earlier this month, before he could appear in court. Abbas, who previously stated he regretted his role in the heist, said he never expected such a severe impact on Kim's life, and admitted that her response made him reevaluate his actions. His death adds a finality to his chapter of the story, but for Kim, the journey toward healing continues. Kim's recent court appearance may be the last time she publicly addresses the robbery in such detail, but its influence will undoubtedly shape her choices moving forward. Whether through her evolving businesses, her work in legal advocacy, or the way she raises her children, Kim has made it clear that trauma does not define her. It refines her. As Kim and North walked out of the rage room on that spring day in Los Angeles, it wasn't just about smashing things. It was about breaking cycles of fear, of silence, and of helplessness. It was about choosing strength, leaning into support, and facing the most difficult chapters of life head-on. For Kim Kardashian, it was one more step on a long road of reclaiming her narrative.